Hi everybody, welcome to Fast Home Brew. Today, this is the ultimate leftovers, the kitchen sink IPA, because it's got everything but the kitchen sink, right? So yeah, you reckon my leftover pals have some weird hop combinations? I've got like 9 different, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 different kind of hops in this one. So when the water is up to temperature, I guess we'll get going. Oh, and putting a fair bit of malt in this one too. So started with my usual amount, but I've taken about a litre out there because it's in 2 bags. It's so normally I do 5.5 kilos of malt. This is 7.25. This bit is simple: 96.5% ale malt, 3.5% caramunich, and hopefully I can get around 60 OG out of this, which would be about what I'm looking for. So there we go, that's all the malt, and as you can see it's filled it up, but I just top that up a little bit with my warm water there, get it right to the top, and the blanket goes on, and that hopefully stays at a nice stable temperature, somewhere between 63 and 70, I wasn't looking. I gotta pay more attention to that, I never check this, but anyway, normally it's around the top because I get a bit worried about temperature drop, but that was there for an hour, now it's coming out, so here I am getting my little pulley around the thing. Then you see me pulling up the sides here. It's actually quite hot. I stand there for a good few seconds, sort of going out, out, out with my fingers, trying to get the bag out, and then waiting for it to cool down enough for me to lift out. But that's all good. The clip goes on. Now the whole thing comes down, and that's the rest of the water going in as I turn the element on as well. Bit of a rinse with the kettle there, and a squeeze. And how are we going? That's a big squeeze. You can see it's a really big grain bag compared to my other ones. Oh, another rinse. I must not have been happy. And another squeeze. So, yeah, so I guess it's an alright colour. It's pretty dark for an IPA actually. With more grains, I'm expecting more absorption, so I do a bit more rinsing. And here come all the hops. Look at all that. All these different kinds. And so some of these things like Magnum and stuff I'll put back in the box there. Everything else I'm going to go through. How on earth do you organise a schedule like this? I didn't know, so I'm doing it in alphabetical order, starting with Azacca, then immediately stuffing up and going to Amarillo, but then the rest is Citra, Columbus, El Dorado, and that's all that's going in at this point. So what do we got here? That's my... I'll work my way through backwards, of course. Start with the ones at the end so that you can see how much bitterness you're going to get from them. And then finally, that's my target. This is my Azacca, and that's going in. So there we go, Azacca to 77, Amarillo, Citra, Columbus, El Dorado. I'll put it down in the thingy later, but I just thought it'd be fun to put it on the screen there, because it's ridiculous. And here we are boiling. And actually, my bittering addition isn't going in until 30 minutes because there's so much of everything. It's all adding so much bitterness. I don't want to accidentally overdo it, so that one can wait. And there we go, bang with that one, bang, 15 minutes to go, bang into the beer glass, bang, 10 minutes to go, bang, and another bang, and then bang, and then bang, and then stir, 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 and finally bang. That was the El Dorado, and then bang, 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 bang on the glass to get it all in. So that's all we're done. So now just got the stopwatch on there so I can see how long it's been. Normally in about 10 minutes it settles, maybe a little bit longer sometimes. And you can just see when it sort of clears up. I don't know if you can see it in the background there, but the kettle goes from quite murky to quite clear during that period. So you know when to start this, and up she goes, and in it all goes. Now I was kind of expecting that I would have to do a lot of tipping and not really fill up the cube because of, as I said earlier, absorption. You lose a lot, but in this case, I'm just doing one little tip into the hose, and I'm actually pretty happy with how much I got out of that. So that's pretty good. A little bit of a touch. No, wait. Oh, there I'm getting the air bubble out the handle. That's a little bit of a light touch with the foot until I see a little squirt come out, and then on she goes. Whack. And I'm checking my science here, and science tells me that I've got roughly around 60 grams. Yep. And that's still with a bit of a warm sample, so that'll come up a bit. It's probably 65 or whatever. So up to the shed we go with the fresh made wort, And that goes bye-bye, and I will see you tomorrow after you've had a chance to cool down so I can put you in the fridge for fermentation. Right, kitchen sink, hey? I bought 3 different kinds of yeast. Why not? I've got, what do I have there? I know one of them's a Kolsch yeast. One looks like USO5, and the other one's a Mangrove Jack one. I guess it's M44, is it? Or I don't know. What colour? What's the grey one? I wonder if I can... Nah, I'm not going to Google it quickly and hear you tapping on the keyboard. This is the hard part. Getting this up without making a mess, and as always, I've made a bit of a mess. I could siphon that first bit in. That would make my shoes a little happier. Oh, also I've forgotten to put the collar into my fermenter. It has a special collar that actually lifts it up a bit higher, and when you're doing such a big batch with all the foam, it just makes life a little easier if everything's a bit higher. So cleaning up the mess, and what's oh yeah, someone's asked me about aeration. So as you can see, I give it a bit of a sloppy, sort of messy stir at the end. So this is the Kolsch yeast going in. That's my Mangrove Jack yeast. I tried to use 3 different kinds of yeast, but it was hard to do that with dry. But yeah, whatever. There's the USO5. 3 different styles from 3 different brands. That's what I was trying to do, and it was difficult. I was sort of juggling them around. Anyway, that's going into the fridge. You will have a heat belt and a temperature probe, and I guess I'll see you in maybe a week when it's time to dry hop. So there's the temperature control. I'll see you in a week, and a week has passed, and here's all my hops. I don't even know what they are. Some leftover El Dorado, Ella, Mosaic, Simcoe, and a whole bag of Nelson that I had, and that together weighs around 260. But with the weight of the plastic bags, I guess it's around 240 grams. So that's roughly what we're going to be dry hopping. So I've been boiling my grain bags, my hop socks in thingy for 15 minutes. Water, that's thingy? Who can't remember water? Anyway, that's just to sort of sterilise them, or sanitise. Now they're getting their knots tied off and all the hops are going in. I don't know what that one is. Who knows? Everything going in, and oh, that was only a small amount of something. This is the last one, I think. There we go. So around 240 grams in total, which is getting close to 10 grams per litre into the fermenter here. And I guess sort of alphabetical order has also gone out the window with this part of it, because they're all going in at the same time. But what can you do? It was a fun idea. Thanks for watching the video. There's the thumbs. Yeah, what a silly idea. What a marathon video too. My mouth is sore from talking. I've run an actual marathon. I should know what a marathon feels like, and I got a sore jaw. Alright.